People often assume classic car ownership is all glamour and sunny Sunday drives, but anyone who actually owns one knows the truth. It's a spiritual practice, a moving meditation, a slightly oily path to enlightenment, because the first thing a classic car teaches you is patience. Nothing happens quickly, not warming up, not fixing things, not waiting for that part that was in stock last week. You learn to slow down, breathe, and accept that the universe occasionally manifests itself in the form of a seized bolt. And then there's awareness. Modern cars let you drift through a journey half asleep. A classic won't let you get away with that. It whispers, nudges, complains, celebrates. You start listening deeply to the engine note, to the vibration in the pedal, to that tiny new squeak you swear wasn't there yesterday. It's the automotive version of mindfulness, staying present, paying attention, noticing the moment before it becomes a problem. There's humility too. Classic cars do not care about your schedule, your plans, or your ego. They will embarrass you at petrol stations. They will refuse to start when you're trying to impress someone. They remind you gently, occasionally, not so gently, that control is an illusion, and somehow that's freeing. But the real zen is in the relationship, because it is a relationship. You invest time, care, curiosity. The car gives you stories, sensations, a kind of companionship. You begin to appreciate the effort over the outcome, the drive over the destination. You savor the journey because you have to. You can't rush it. And that slowness becomes a gift. So yes, classic car ownership can be frustrating. It can test your patience, your wallet, your sense of humor, but it also teaches presence. It rewards attention. It turns everyday drives into something richer, more textured, more human. And maybe that's the point. In a world running at full speed, a classic car pulls you back into the moment and says, "Here, be here, feel this, enjoy the ride." There's something classic car owners don't tell you. Well, a few things, actually. Things you only learn once you've lived with one of these old machines, long enough for it to test your patience, your wallet, and sometimes your sanity. First, let's get this out of the way. You will smell like petrol, not in a poetic motorsport heritage way. More like, why does my jacket smell like a carburetor again? It just happens. It's part of the lifestyle. You stop noticing, other people don't. And then there's the moment, every classic owner knows it. You get into the car, turn the key, and there's this tiny pause where you hold your breath and think, come on, please behave today. That split second where time slows down and you brace yourself for either bliss or character building. We don't talk about that moment, but we all live it. And here's another one. Owning a classic car means accepting that strangers will talk to you. At petrol stations, in car parks, at traffic lights, you become a magnet for conversations that start with, "My uncle had one of these," or "I remember these when I was young." You learn to smile, nod, and enjoy it, because that connection is part of the joy. We also don't mention how emotionally invested we get in the smallest things: a new rattle, immediate heartbreak, a smooth run with no issues, instant euphoria, a sunny day. You're pulling the car out whether you had plans or not. Classic ownership turns adults into hopeful children. Every drive is Christmas morning. But here's the biggest thing classic car owners don't tell you. We don't actually own these cars. Not really. We're just the current caretakers. These machines have outlived owners, mechanics, fashions, governments, entire eras. And somehow they're still here, bending time a little bit every time they start up. We get to be part of that story for a while, a tiny part of a journey that started long before us and will probably continue long after we're gone. See, the secret isn't in the horsepower or the shine of the paint or even the drive itself. It's in the feeling, the sense that you're touching history with your hands, hearing it through the engine, carrying it across roads. It's travelled before. Classic car owners don't tell you these things because, well, it sounds sentimental. And we like to pretend we're here for the engineering and the performance. But really, we're here for the connection, the stories, the nostalgia, the moments when a machine feels almost alive. So if you've ever wondered why people put up with the quirks, the smells, the conversations at petrol stations, the unpredictable starts, it's because these cars give us something modern life rarely does anymore. A reason to slow down, to pay attention, to care about something that isn't disposable. And that's why, despite everything we don't tell you, we wouldn't trade this madness for anything.